Uh, hey guys, it's the corrupted one. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I, God, I don't even know how long it's been. Like a couple years. It's been about shit 3 years since I uploaded something. Um, yeah, it's it's been a while. Um, First I like to well, first I guess I hit 1,000 subs back then. I lost, I think, I'm pretty sure I lost a couple. I'm no longer at 1,000, which is a shame, but yeah, that's not surprising. Um, yeah, the reason I've been gone has been it's mostly because of just I've been busy with real life, which has been the case with a lot of machinima directors, which is not really surprising. Like like trigrams, he Yeah, I've just been busy constantly, just college and then work. That's been eating up my time. I've tried multiple times to get back to kind of like finish what I had, but every every single time I've ever tried to get back into working on these videos, I've it's just it just doesn't work. Like it's always one thing after another. Either something just pops up, eats my time, or something pops up and it just destroys my motivation, and it sucks. Hell, there was one time where I was going to work on my stuff. I was so excited, and then when I tried contacting some old VAs to see if they'd still be interested, of course, that was like maybe a year or two after I disappeared. They just didn't respond back, neither of them or any of them, and that also killed my mood. And it's like, great, this is just like with Project Obsolete. Just it's just another freaking it's just the same thing again. And God, it just killed. And after that, it's been a mess. Hell, honestly, one time when I tried to do it again to get back into this shit, just a lot of personal stuff happened around last summer when I was gonna really try to get back into it, and just it, fucking last summer was the worst summer I've ever had in my life. It was it was bad. Just it 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 took me a lot. It took a lot of like I had to force myself to get up just because I just did not want to I just didn't want to wake up. Hell, the only time the only time I was actually happy or whatever, just I actually just was just not such a mess was when the new Godzilla movie came out, because I grew up with that shit, and watching it just it was the only thing to really put a smile on my face. So that's one of the reasons why I love that movie so much. But it just, it just got so complicated. Just, just long story short, just mess after mess. Just trying to get back into doing this, but just life stuff happening, personal shit happening, and just really questioning what to do. Just I guess also fear, honestly. I've tried so many times to make this update video. I've been so afraid, not even afraid, just hesitant. Because if I made this video, because of it's just if you can't tell, I'm not writing, I'm not doing this off of a script. It would make things easier, but if I were to make this into a script, I would find it so much harder to do. The truth, the truth is, I think I'm just kind of done with machinimas. Just not because I don't want to, but it's just not the same. And plus the fact, like, I just find myself always constantly behind, which sucks. It's a choice that I sometimes make, and sometimes a choice I can't really, I don't have a choice. Like, I haven't been, I haven't been able to buy a new capture card for a long time. And because of that, I've been unable to do anything with my Xbox One. I can't record anything on there. I'm just stuck with my with the old Pug and the 360, and that's just it. And by the time I decided to finally buy the new capture card, who the fuck knows? Maybe they're gonna make a new capture card for the next generation of consoles that's literally right around the corner, and it's just, what's the point? But I'm just afraid of making this video because it's an end that I don't want. Not the end, and not being dramatic here, but it's just not an end I want. I really wanted to have fun with this, but just, I don't know. Just a mess. It's also because I'm saying goodbye to Machinima. It's just, Machinima is what really helped me a lot. Hell, I met some really cool people because of Machinima. I made friends with a guy that I I haven't kept in contact with him. I do still, I still treat him like a friend, but it's just, that's another problem with me. Just, and through him, I met another friend, another person that I would consider one of the best, and I'm grateful for meeting her. You know who the fuck you are if you're watching this. Just, ugh. And I don't know, it's just, I don't want to say goodbye to something that really did help, but just, I don't know if I could really put the same effort that I used to, you know? And just, whatever. Just, okay. I am somewhat being finished with Machinima, but I am not going to stop just yet. So, sorry if you had to listen to the first 9 minutes of me being like, wow, he's really stopping? No. Just, I'm just being sentimental, I guess. I want to, at the very least, I want to finish what I have left. Like, all the things I've been meaning to do, I want to, and I just want to at least finish those before I'm done. And even then, I'm just kind of like, I'm very conflicted by this. Just, I don't, I don't really want to, I mean, I want to make this just, I just feel like I can't make fucking cereal. Ugh. I just can't make series. Like, I can't do episodic stuff, things like that. It's just not possible, because every time I try to do that, it just doesn't work out, and it just makes me so upset. Like Project Obsolete, it's just reminded me of that, and that makes me so fucking upset because I never wanted to stop making that, but it just wasn't working out. And that's also partially my fault. Just freaking overhyping myself up for just jack shit. I just yeah, so I do plan on finishing up all the machinimas, and there are 3 that I have on my plate. Once those are finished, once they are done, then I will probably be finished as well. I don't know. Like, I can't do series anymore. I would like to, but it's just not possible. Maybe I'll just lower myself down to just making random small shorts here and there, just whatever comes to mind, maybe. But at the very least, I just want to finish what I have, and then we'll just see from there. So, on a brighter note, let's get to those. So yeah, there's 3 projects I want to finish up. Once those projects are finished, then we'll see what happens afterwards. But those 3 projects, as told from my previous talk, not previous talk, just what happened, what I just said earlier. I don't have a new capture card. I still have the old Hapag, which means I can only record things with the 360. And which I guess works out because I want to finish what I have on that with that. So, just for something to look forward to, I guess, or maybe not. I don't know how many people are going to be actually watching this. The first project I aim to do is probably the one that should have been honestly uploaded a long time ago, but things just happen things happen. And I just couldn't sit down to work on it. And also because my old computer was, well, a piece of shit. It was old, and my god, it ran in Vista. Yes, so you understand the pain if you get it, but yeah, the project was an epilogue to Subject 6 All Into Nothing. Yeah, a very 3-year late epilogue. I have the footage, I have the lines, I just did not sit down to freaking work on it because of just issue after issue. But I just aim to finish that up. And then that's the end. And that in itself is what makes me so annoyed. When I wanted to work on the Subject series, I was very excited. Like, I even asked the original creator, Dead Sound, permission, which, by the way, if you don't know or don't even know him, check the link that will appear on the screen and in the description. He now does his own animations, which they are fantastic. So again, check what he's been doing since he started making machinima. It's for the best. Like, my god. But yeah, I was very excited to work on it just because I had my own ideas of what I wanted to do, and I was very happy that he would let me continue to work on it. And I just feel like I've wasted his fucking time because I'm just stopping it. Which I guess. Ugh. With that said, though, once I'm done with the Subject 6 All Into Nothing epilogue, that will be the end of that. However, I do plan on actually sitting down and literally summarizing what I had intended. As in, like, I have no idea how long those videos would be. Maybe they'll be like an hour long. Maybe they'll be separate videos, because the idea is I want to at least talk about the next season that I had planned. Like, I had summaries for each episode, what with the possible lines. I at least want to talk about that. After that, though, it's really up in the air because I did not write anything after that. I wrote footnotes of what I wanted to do, what I had intended, but I never wrote any summaries because I did not want to make the same mistake that I did with Project Obsolete. Overhype myself up just for like, ooh, the possibilities, like, ooh, this is what I'm gonna do. I did not do that shit. I wrote footnotes of like just random stuff, and that's that. So at the very least, once I'm done with that very first summary video, after that, I'll probably just look at my notes and just something like make a probably like tell like what I intended to do with the story using those notes. Like, you know, first summary based on what I had. Second summary, kind of like create a narrative with those footnotes until I make an ending, because I did kind of have an ending. I at least knew that much, but it's how to get there, though, that's an entirely different story. I have no effing idea. But yeah, that is what is intended, at the very least. Anyway, the second project I'm working on, probably something I'm not sure why, but here we are. The second project is based off of a very old, very shamed machinima that I did back in the day. Very back in the day, like in my early freaking days. I'm pretty sure I still use the Dazzle. Which, oh my god, the Dazzle. Fuck. But, it is, I'm pretty sure I used to be very, like, coy, like, very vague, because I really wanted to be like, ooh, surprise, but honestly, at this point, just, I don't fucking care. The second project I'm working on is Takedown, episode 4, part 4, or whatever the fuck. Oh man, if you want to see that, by all means go ahead. I'm just going to tell you right now, it is pure freaking, it is a mess. It's something, all right. Not I'm pretty sure I used Breaking Benjamin because I was thinking, man, I could probably do it better than everybody else. Yeah, no, you didn't do it, you little shit. No, you fucking didn't. So, if you want to, I'm going to conclude that, even though I am very ashamed of it. It's mostly because I found the old audio of some of the lines that were finished. I found the script, funny enough, and it's like, you know what? I want to try to somehow scrounge this up and make this last part somehow the best. And somehow make kind of like form something good out of what was done, you know, like do something like that, like somehow make gold out of copper or coal, rather. So yeah, Takedown Part 4 will be the second project I worked on. There's no footage for it, just lines. So at the very least, I just had to sit down and record some footage and then put it all together, and bam. Who knows? I might make more additions to it somehow. Try to make it decent enough. Who knows? And then the third project, the very last project. Oh boy. The last project, it was my Man, that, really looking back at it, it's been a hell of an adventure with that thing. The last project I want to work on was actually meant to be a sequel to one of my older machinimas, but it was supposed to be a sequel to a machinima called Reason. And, I've been trying so hard to write a script because, like, for some reason I had in my head of like, I want to make a sequel to Reason, And it's been on my laptop for so many years. I've tried to somehow make something work for a sequel, and I've kept finding these moments of eureka, I got it, until like maybe this year it then just occurred to me, why are you doing this? Because I look at Reason, and I don't know, like back then I think I had some pride for it, but now looking back at it, all I'm thinking is, what a fucking convoluted mess. Holy shit. The pacing is just so... It's such a mess. It makes me cringe thinking about it. It's so bad. It's just... God damn. It's just a matter of me just kind of like not taming myself, I guess. Holding myself back. Because I just kind of like just do what comes to mind without thought. And I try to do that with the sequel, and it's just nothing. I kept trying to find some way to make it work until, again, it just hit me of just, why am I doing that? There's no reason to make a sequel. It ends the way it does. Leave it like that. Don't mess with it. And so then I was just thinking, well, what am I gonna freaking do now? And that's when I got the thought of, wait, why not somehow make use of all the notes, all the concepts that I was never able to do, and somehow just mix it all together, like an amalgamation of all of my stuff, using some of the stuff from the unused script, some of the concepts for some machinima, bring in some characters that I never really got to use that I really wanted to, and make a story using all of this, have it make sense, and let this be my finale. I'm going out of my way to grab everything that I've ever done, everything I was never able to use, and actually use it. Because that for me felt like that feels like such a better way of actually having it come to an end. You know, like, just an amalgamation of everything I did into one machinima, one video. And, it is, and all I can say is that it's gonna be a long one. It will be a movie. It's the title of it, which is based, again, on the unused script. It will be called Residual Darkness. That will be the name of my final project. And after that, well, we'll see. Like I said, maybe, just maybe, I might consider getting a capture card and working on doing random stuff on the Master Chief Collection. Maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, like Halo 5, I was really hoping for something to do for Halo 5, but it just, no local co-op, just the microtransactions bullshit, it just killed along with the goddamn story for it, I just lost whatever motivation I had to play that. I have not touched that game since I did like a co-op playthrough with a friend of mine who wanted to play through the game, and man, she was not happy. She did not give a single fuck by the end of it. But yeah, but I don't know, like, I'm hearing things about Halo Infinite, and it's just like, man, if it's exactly what I'm hearing, and as long as, like, they get things right with, like, you know, actual local co-op, and, I don't know, decent animation, like decent like player model animations like from Halo Reach, and not like Halo 4 where everything is stiff, then who knows, maybe Halo Infinite will be a freaking great way. I wouldn't even say a resurgence for machinima, but hey, maybe it'll be a great way to kind of like get people interested again, maybe, who knows. Because all I know, it's just like, Halo 3 is back on the PC, and man, with PC mods, man, people can come up with some crazy shit, I bet. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that since, yeah. But I think I've talked enough. Like, we're already like at the 25-minute mark past it. But just to summarize, I am back. Just I'm not dead. I was just afraid to come back because if I made a video, hell, if I even replied to people, there's been a dude that was replying, wanting me to reply about one of my machinimas, The Only Path, and if you're still watching this, I saw your comment. I just didn't want to reply because I just coming back making this video or just talking to anybody would just make me just I just didn't want to really accept that fact of like it's over or it's done. Just so for that I'm sorry, but that's not the point. But yeah, summary. I'm back. I'm gonna finish what I have on my plate. The first project I am doing is called is Subject 6 All Into Nothing, the epilogue. I have the footage. I just have to sit down, edit through it, get it all finished, render it, upload it, and then we're done. After that, probably after the second project, I will make an entire summary of what I had intended for the series. I might even go a little bit more above and beyond with it in terms of like maybe showing some not prototype footage, just make some footage for specific parts that I was genuinely excited for, just to at least show, or at the very least just show some visuals maybe. Again, like the first summary would be like essentially going into what I had intended for the next season. And then after that, just kind of make a narrative with all the ideas that I have and just see what happens. You know, like I think I have a narrative per se, but just again, I just wrote down notes and we'll just see what comes of it. I'm just blathering at this point. The second project I will be working on will be called called Takedown Part 4. It is the fourth and final part to a series like someone made back in the day on a whim. I regret it, kind of. Not kind of. I do regret it. And I just kind of want to just kind of like finish that on a high note and just be done with it, mostly for myself. And then the final thing I will do, Residual Darkness. It will be an amalgamation of an unused script, sort of parts of that unused script, and making use of different concepts of all the ideas that I have never been able to use, along with characters that I can finally kind of bring in and just roll with. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I kind of feel like if this does well enough, or maybe if I ever have motivation, I might make a sequel to this, but that's a very, very stressed might. We'll just see what happens. We don't know. The future's a bit. We don't know what happens. It's just, even now when I'm making this, with the way the world is, along with something else that's happening, it's, who knows. For all I know, I'll just disappear again, and maybe just permanently. You never know. But yeah, and I think, yeah, that's about it. Summary within a summary, just for clarity. Subject 6 All Into Nothing epilogue. A summary of what I intended for the Subject series, just so I can at least kind of like, just so that I at least can end it, or at least just talk about like what I had intended, just be done with that. Then the second project is Takedown Part 4. And then Residual Darkness will be my last project. And that will be it. And if it wasn't very clear earlier, this will be done on the 360 era with all the old stuff, because, well, I can't. Hey, the first two projects, Subject 6, the epilogue to Subject 6, and then Takedown will be done in Halo 3, and that will be the end of that. And then the Residual Darkness will be done in Halo Reach, because I just cannot do that in 4 and 5's not an option. So Reach, and then I am done, and that's it. I really wanted to do Residual Darkness in Halo Reach on Master Chief Collection, but after realizing that your guest does not get the same options as you do as the main account, which I was really hoping for, considering the fact they did that with Halo 4, I was considering power leveling just to get all the stuff unlocked for Halo Reach so that I can work with it, but because it doesn't do that, yes, I'm still stuck with using Halo Reach on 360, so whatever. Apologies that this entire thing's been... Sorry about that. This whole update video has been a bit of a mess. If I sat down and wrote like a script about this, I feel like I would just procrastinate so that way I would not have a reason to freaking do this. I just had to do this, because if I didn't, you would not hear. Son of a... If I had to write a script, I would procrastinate it so that way I would not have to do this. Doing this just unprompt. It's just like, it was like the only way I can do it. Because even now, I'm like really regretting it, but... So yeah, that is what is intended. Again, apologies for just a very just this bladger of mess. And I'm also sorry that I haven't said anything to you guys. I do appreciate the people that have seen and watched my stuff, maybe even enjoyed it. I am very grateful to every one of you. And I thank you so much for sticking with me. But yeah, I think I'm done. Alrighty. This has been Corrupted One. Peace.